الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Jazakumullah khair to Masjid Ghousia here in Armley, Leeds, for once again inviting me to come and speak. The auspicious occasion that I've been asked to speak on is al-Isra wal-Miraj.
Subhanallah.
Of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. Qibla Aji Sahab, a very good friend, Maulana Zishan Baloch Sahab, another very good friend, always helped, supported, been in touch with us. Allah Ta'ala give them Jazai Khair for the Masjid extension and the beautiful Masjid that they have built. May this remain as a beacon of light for the people here in Armley till the day of Qiyamah. Those who have helped and supported this Masjid, be it a pound or be it tens of thousands of pounds, Allah Ta'ala give them Jazai Khair fi Darain. May Allah give them ajr in this dunya and the akhirah. I'm not going to speak for long, even though they said 1 hour, but inshallah we will aim to. This bayan on al-Isra wal-Mi'raj is really more than 1 hour. It's a good 3-4 hours if I was to go into a lot of tafsir. But in any case, I will begin from the beginning of the story, of the waqi'ah, and we will continue for 1 hour and we'll see where we end. And then whatever remains, next year we will continue from there and do the remaining amount, inshallah azza wa jalla. وما توفيقي إلا بالله العلي العظيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. نصلي ونسلم على النبي الكريم وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. سبحان الذي أسرى بعبده ليلا من المسجد الحرام إلى المسجد الأقصى الذي باركنا حوله لنريه من آياتنا إنه هو السميع البصير. صدق الله العلي العظيم. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا ومولانا محمد وبارك وسلم وصل عليه. الصلاة والسلام عليك يا سيدي يا رسول الله وعلى آلك وأصحابك يا إمام الأنبياء والمرسلين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. After praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and sending salutations, peace and blessings upon the best of creation, the jewel and crown of creation, the beloved of Allah Almighty, the coolness to our eyes, the purpose of our lives, the reviver of our hearts, the inspirer to our minds, the most honored one, the most praised one, the most revered one, the most generous one, the most kind one. Undoubtedly he is the most beautiful one. None other than Sayyiduna wa Nabiyyuna Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa barak wa sallam. The very famous poet and scholar Imam Busiri rahmatullah alayhi, he writes in his Qasida Burda, in the chapter which talks about the Mi'raj of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, سريت من حرم ليلا إلى حرم كما سرى البدر في داج من الظلم وقدمتك جميع الأنبياء بها والرسل تقديم مخدوم على خدم جبريل أتى ليلة أسرى والرب دعاه في حضرته. And Ala Hazrat Azim al-Martaba Mujaddid al-Din al-Millat Fazl Ibrahim rahmatullah alayhi, he has an entire qasida, entire poem on the night of Isra wal-Mi'raj. But in one of his other famous poems, He said, वही ला मकाम के मकीन हुए, सरे अर्श तख्त नशीन हुए. ये नबी है जिसका है ये मकान, वो खुदा है जिसका मकान नहीं. This night journey and ascension to the heavens, this is one of the greatest miracles, mu'jizas of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Isra wal Miraj took place on Friday, the 27th of Rajab. Friday, the 27th night of Rajab. And in the year when the Prophet ﷺ was around 51, when they were around 51 years of age, 2-3 years qabla al-hijrah. Some ulama write around 5 years. Other ulama write Sayyidah Khadija was alive then. Majority of the scholars say Sayyidah Khadija had passed away in that year. The Mi'raj, Isra al-Mi'raj took place when Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam went through the most difficult time of their life. They had gone to Ta'if. Sayyidah Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha said, when Nabi alayhi salam was asked by her, al-Mu'mineen radiallahu ta'ala anha, what was the most difficult day in your life? And they said, the day that I went to Ta'if. This was the hardest day. I went there to call them people to Islam. Instead, those people stoned me. They threw stones and pebbles and I started to bleed. From head to toe, Rasulullah ﷺ and Sayyidina Zayd radiyallahu ta'ala an, they were bleeding. And then they went to a valley of Nakhla, and there they met a Christian slave by the name of Addas. And Addas, he did the khidmat of Rasulullah ﷺ. He gave them water, he gave them food. And when Addas came to know that this was Nabiyyu Akhir al-Zaman, he kissed Rasulullah ﷺ's hands and feet. Adaban, takriman, ta'ziman. This was what was happening prior to this night journey. Historians have recorded that in the same year prior to this, in the year that just passed, Abu Talib, Nabi alayhi salatu salam's chacha, the uncle, Mawla Ali radiallahu anhu's father, and their wife al-Mu'mineen Sayyidah Khadija radiallahu ta'ala anha, both passed away. That year came to be known as the year of Huzn, Amul Huzn, the year of sadness. This sadness, this difficulty, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam went through these tests. When Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, through these difficulties, reached their lowest point in terms of tests, this was the most difficult time. It is then that Allah said to Jibreel, tonight, call my Habib to me. Inna rabbaka la yashtaqu ilayk. Your Lord, your Rabb, wants to meet you tonight. Your Lord wants to meet you tonight. Sayyidina Imam Abdul Wahhab al-Sha'rani, one of the great Imams of Tasawwuf and Tariqat, one of the great Imams of Shari'at, Imam Abdul Wahhab Sha'rani, Imam Nuruddin al-Halabi in the Sidrat al-Halabiyya writes that this Isra al-Mi'raj, this Mi'raj, this wasn't the first time for the Prophet ﷺ. Over 30 times they had done Mi'raj before this. But this Mi'raj, these Mi'raj that they did, the Ma'arij, these ascensions, these were all Ruhani. This was in the Alam al-Ruqya. This Miraj that Allah talks about in the Quran and this Isra, this was Ruhani and Jismani. This was physical. This wasn't just spiritual. This wasn't just in dreams. Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam actually by body, ar-ruh ma'al jasad, body and soul, went on this night journey and then went on the ascension, the uruj, ila sama, wa ma fawkaha, whatever was above that. This was physical as well as spiritual. Allah Ta'ala talks about the Isra in the Quran. Anybody who denies the Isra, anybody who denies that Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam went from Masjid al-Haram to Masjid al-Aqsa, that person leaves the folds of Islam. जो कुरान का मुनकिर है वो इस दायरा इस्लाम से खारिज है. Whoever does inkar of the ayat of the Quran, and this waqia is sabitun fil Quran wa Sunnah. It is established in the Quran. Look, in Surah al-Isra, also known as Surah Bani Israel, Allah Jalla Jalaluhu said, Subhanalladhi asra bi'abdihi laylan min al-Masjid al-Haram ila al-Masjid al-Aqsa. Nabi alayhi salatu wassalam, in one narration, they were in the hijr of the Kaaba. In another narration, they were next to Al-Hajar al-Aswad. In another narration, they were in the house of Sayyidah Hani's house. Who is Hani? Hani is Mawla Ali's sister. They were in their cousin sister's house. Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam was sleeping, they were resting. And this was the night, the 27th night of Rajab, it was a Friday. And Allah Almighty said to Sayyidina Jibreel, Inna Rabbaka la yashtaqu ilayk Jibreel, go tell my Habib that your Lord wants to meet you tonight. Sayyidina Jibreel ascended with Sayyidina Mikail. Ulama write, 70,000 frishton ki barat bhi mawjood thi. 70,000 angels were with them. With them was a unique animal called the Buraq. This Buraq is from the word Buraq. Buraq means light, lightning. This animal was quicker than the speed of light. It was very fast, very, very, very fast. Look at how fast the speed of light is. And the Buraq was like or more than this. This animal was created in the heavens. It was white in appearance. And this animal, Buraq, it was bigger than a donkey, smaller than a mule. Bigger than a donkey, smaller than a mule. His face resembled the face of a human, similar to the resemblance of a human. And it had a mark on its stomach. Its one step was as far as its eye could see. This Buraq was in Bahish, in Jannah. There were 70,000 Buraqs in one area. It was like a showroom of Buraqs. Like you go into a showroom and you see Ferraris lined up there, you see Porsches, fast cars. I'm talking 800-900 bhp. Very, very fast cars. We're talking about a vehicle, a mode of transport which is faster than the speed of light. They were all in Jannah. There was a showroom of Buraqs. Allah said to Sayyidina Jibreel, bring one Buraq. When Sayyidina Jibreel went there, he looked at the Buraqs. There was one Buraq crying. This Buraq was crying. Sayyidina Jibreel asked, why are you crying? The Buraq said, ever since Allah created you, we heard that one of us would be selected to go and bring Sayyid al-Kawnaini, Rasul Rabbil Alameen, the Rasul of Rabbi Zul Jalal, to bring him on the night of Isra wal Miraj. We thought of who this one would be. Who is going to be this one chosen Buraq? Ever since I had heard this, I began to cry. Crying, yearning. This ishtiyaq, this yearn, that I am going to be the one who will bring Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. When when Sayyidina Jibreel told Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when Sayyidina Jibreel told Allah, this Buraq is crying and this is what it said, Allah Almighty said, this is the Buraq that will bring my Nabi. Why? When you cry for the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, it will never go to waste. Those tears you will never lose. Those tears are always accepted. Look, the Buraq cried. It cried to be with the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Allah Jalla Jalaluhu gave the Buraq what it wanted. When Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam was in Medina Munawwara, this is Khabr Mutawatir. This narration has reached Hadd Mutawatir. Iska inkar karna us tarah hai jis tarah Quran ka inkar karna. Is hadith ka inkar karna us maqam par hai jis tarah Quran ki ayat ka inkar karna. Hadd Mutawatir is maqam par ye hadith pahunch gaya. Mutawatir hadith, very, the highest graded hadith in the subject of hadith is Mutawatir hadith. Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam entered Medina Munawwara. When they entered into Masjid al-Nabawi, there was no mimbar. When Masjid al-Nabawi was built. And they used to give khutbah leaning against a tree. Very famous waqi'ah, everyone has heard for years. This tells you how much people know. Because it's mutawatir, everyone, all ulama talk about this hadith. Hineenul Jiza. When the tree began to cry. Why? Why did the tree cry? After a while, when the majma' grew, the Sahaba built a mimbar. Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam would sit on the mimbar. And whilst they were sitting, during the khutabs, during the bayans and the lectures Rasulullah alayhi salam gave to the Sahaba said, we used to hear a crying noise like a baby was crying. We would look around and nobody was crying. Eventually we realized the tree was crying. Nabi alayhi salatu salam went to the tree. Nabi alayhi salatu salam hugged and consoled the tree. Nabi alayhi salatu salam, after consoling the tree, and asked the tree, what is it that makes you cry? Nabi alayhi salatu salam told the Sahaba this. He said, the tree is crying because of separation from Rasulullah Judai. The tree was very happy when Rasulullah would lean against it and do the bayan, do the khitab. The tree used to cry. The Messenger of Allah said, what do you want? Do you want to be shaheed? Do you want to be shaheed? And then planted on the day of Qiyamah in Jannah so that Allah's awliya will eat from your fruits? Or do you want to remain? And if you remain, Nabi alayhi salatu salam said, Ta Qiyamah, until the day of judgment, this tree would have cried. It would not have stopped crying. And the tree said, I want to be shaheed. I want to be cut and then planted in paradise, and Allah's awliya and messengers can eat from my fruits. When you cry for Rasulullah salam, those tears are never wasted. Ask the tree, ask the Buraq, ask the Sahaba. They used to cry for Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Coming back to the Waqi'a wal-Isra wal-Mi'raj. Nabi alayhi salatu was-salam, this night journey took place. The 27th night of Rajab. The Buraq came with 70,000 angels, Jibreel and Mika'il, and they came to Sayyidah Hani's house. it's reported that the roof of the house was lifted. And Sayyidina Jibreel and Mikael descended, came down. Sayyidina Mikael asked Sayyidina Jibreel, is the Messenger of Allah awake or asleep? Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam opened the eyes and said, even though my eyes are closed, my heart is still awake. Sleeping sona एक किस्म की ग़फ़लत है. A person becomes ghafil, he becomes heedless, he doesn't know what's happening around him. How many videos have you seen on social media? Somebody's asleep and one of the lads gets water and throws it on him. Slaps him. Put fun and games with him. Throws a flower on him and all sorts of things. He's asleep, he doesn't know, he's deep in sleep. This tells you how heedless, he's unaware of what's around him. So if Rasulullah ﷺ would sleep, al-iyadhu billah, this means Nabi ﷺ was ghafil. Nabi ﷺ was never ghafil of Allah. Ever. Rasulullah ﷺ was always in the presence of Allah Rabbil Jalal. Even when the eyes were shut and they were resting, Nabi ﷺ said, Jibreel, my eyes are closed, but my heart is still with Rabbil Jalal. I know and see everything around me. Me and you can be ghafil, but you cannot say this about Nabi Akhir al-Zaman sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
Alayhi takbir, alayhi risala, alayhi risala,
Ya Rasulullah, Zindabad. This is the level of Rasulullah, always, never heedless, never. Allah Almighty in the Quran said, Ya ayyuhal insanu ma gharraka bi rabbika al-kareem. O insan, what has made you in ghurur, what has made you ghafil of Allah? Why have you forgotten Him? Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam never forgot Allah. They were always fi hadratillah, always connected with Allah. Not for a single moment was Rasulullah absent from this. And we cannot think this. Thinking this is wrong. It leads a person's iman out of the fold of Islam. A person's iman comes into question. If he thinks Rasulullah aliyadu billah would be ghafil of Rabbil Jalal, no chance. It's impossible. And then Nabi Salam's chest was open. The chest was open and the heart was taken out. Sayyidina Mikael was holding a gold tray. A gold tray. Soneka. Inside there was water from Jannah. Heavenly water. Very cool and cold. Very peaceful and relaxing. Nabi ﷺ said, they put my heart into this water. Some people, again, have understood this and said, Nabi ﷺ's heart was being cleansed, was being washed. You only wash what is dirty. If something is dirty, you wash it. If something is not dirty, then what is this? Our Aqidah and Iman is Nabi alayhi salatu salam's al-qalb al-mubarak. The heart is the most purest heart. It is the cleanest heart. There is no heart like the heart of Rasulullah alayhi salatu salam. Their heart was always pure and clean. So what did Sayyidina Jibreel do? Sayyidina Jibreel, when they put this into the water, this was not a cleaning process. This was not a cleansing process. Ulama said, when a person has wudu and he goes make wudu, wudu alal wudu ye mustahab hai. Agar halat wudu mein hai aur dobara wudu par wudu karna जायज़ है ना, मुस्तहब है, इसका स्वाब है, जो ये करेगा उसको स्वाब मिलेगा. Whoever does this, he gets मज़ीद स्वाब मिलेगा. Wudu alal wudu, taharat upon taharat. Nabi alayhi salatu salam's heart was clean. It was cleanliness upon cleanliness, barakat upon barakat, fairs upon fairs, khairat upon khairat. This was Allah increasing what already Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam had, this was not a process of cleansing. If we believe Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam's heart was impure, again our iman comes into khatra. There's a khatra that your iman is going to be lost. A person would be out of the folds of Islam thinking, al-iyadu billah, Rasulullah alayhi salam's qalb mubarak was impure. Astaghfirullah al-azim. Al-iyadu billah. They had the purest and cleanest heart. Nobody in the creation of Allah has a heart like Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Once this process was done, Allah Almighty's angel, archangel, Sayyidina Jibreel told Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Inna rabbaka la yashqaqu ilayk. Your Lord yearns to meet you tonight. Allahu Akbar. Look at the maqam of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam didn't ask to see Allah or meet Allah. Go back 2,000 years. Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam is alive. Sayyidina Musa has gone to see Allah. Allah Almighty is called Sayyidina Musa, and Musa alayhi salam has now gone to speak to Allah. وَقَلَّمَ اللَّهُ مُوسَى تَكْلِيمًا. Allah spoke to Musa not once, twice, many conversations Allah Almighty and Sayyidina Musa had. This is a high maqam to be the Kalim with Allah. Kalimullah, Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam. Allah Ta'ala ke saath hum kalam karna, ये तो बहुत आला मकाम है. This is one of the greatest maqams to have. Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam had this. After speaking to Allah, Sayyidina Musa asked Allah, Rabbi arini anzur ilayk. Allah Almighty, I've spoken to you, I want to see you now. I want to see you. Allah Almighty said, Fanzur ilal jabal, look to the mountain. If you can handle one atom of my majesty, one tajalli on this mountain, if you can handle this, then Musa, no problem, I'll show you. I will lift the veils. I will lift the veils. Allahu Akbar. When Allah Almighty put the tajalli on the mountain, فَخَرَّ Musa صَعِقًا. Allah Almighty said, Musa alayhi salam fell unconscious. Fell unconscious. When Sayyidina Musa regained consciousness, he seen that this mountain turned to dust. It was nothing left of it. And Allah Almighty said to Musa, Lan tarani. Musa, in this dunya you will never get to see me. Musa alayhi salam asked Allah, can I see you? Our Nabi and Rasul didn't ask Allah. Allah said, Jibreel, bring him. I want to see him tonight. Tonight I want to see him. I want to show him everything. Sayyidina Ibrahim goes back before Sayyidina Musa's time. Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam said, Allah, show me how you created everything, the heavens and the earth. Allah Ta'ala said, وَكَذَلِكَ نُرِي إِبْرَاهِيمَ مَلَكُوتَ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. We showed Ibrahim everything. We showed him the heavens and the earth. Sayyidina Ibrahim asked Allah, show me. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala showed Sayyidina Ibrahim everything. Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam didn't ask Allah. Allah Almighty said, لِنُرِيَهُ مِنْ آيَاتِنَا لَقَدْ رَآ مِنْ آيَاتِ رَبِّهِ الْكُبْرَى. We called him tonight because we wanted to show him everything. This is the farq between Kalim, Khalil and the Habib. मैं तो मालिक ही कहूँगा कि हो मालिक के हबीब, यानी महबूब और मुहिम में नहीं तेरा मेरा. Ala Hazrat Asim al-Martabat said, you know, when you're in love, mahboob or muhib mein nahi tehra mera. There's no me and you when you're in love. There's not that this is yours and this is mine. When you're in love, whatever is mine is yours. Ibrahim alayhi salam asked Allah, show me. Habibullah did not ask Allah. Allah said, I'll show you everything tonight. I want to show you everything. Musa alayhi salam said, oh Allah, show me. Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam didn't ask Allah, I want to see you. Allah said, Jibreel, bring him, I want to show him. This is maqam hubb. Nobody has this maqam. Allahu Akbar. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was given what nobody in the creation of Allah was given. فَقَنْ نَبِيِّينَ فِي خَلْقٍ وَفِي خُلُقٍ وَلَمْ يُدَانُوهُ فِي عِلْمٍ وَلَا كَرَمٍ. فَقَنْ نَبِيِّينَ, he surpassed all the Anbiya. فِي خَلْقٍ وَخُلُقٍ, in akhlaq and in khalqiyyah, in creation, in physical creation, and in khuluq, in character. No Nabi came close to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Nobody came close to him fi ilmi wala karam. When it came to karam, nobody had the karam of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When it came to ilm, nobody had the ilm of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Sidrat Jibreel is holding the reins of the Buraq. Sidrat Mikael is holding the saddle of the Buraq. Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam is sat upon the Buraq. 70,000 angels are behind the Buraq. Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam now is going to go from Masjid al-Haram to Masjid al-Aqsa. From Mecca Mukarramah to Masjid al-Aqsa. Aqsa means the furthest. From Masjid al-Haram in Mecca Mukarramah, the furthest masjid was Masjid al-Aqsa. Why Masjid al-Aqsa and not another masjid? Masjid al-Aqsa's fazilat is this. When this dunya was made, when this earth was made, the first masjid ever to be built was Masjid al-Haram in Mecca. 40 years after Masjid al-Haram, Masjid al-Aqsa was built. Masjid al-Aqsa is the masjid of all the Anbiya or Rasul. Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam, Sayyidina Sulaiman, Sayyidina Dawood, Sayyidina Isa, all these Anbiya or Rasul lived around Masjid al-Aqsa, prayed in Masjid al-Aqsa. Sayyidina Zakaria, Sayyidina Maryam, all the awliya, salihin, righteous. Masjid al-Aqsa was Qibla Ula of the Muslims. Qibla Awwal, the first Qibla. When Allah said pray, for 17 months, for 17 months, Satra Maha ke liye, for 17 months, the Muslims prayed to Masjid al-Aqsa. And then, قَدْ نَرَى تَقَلُّبَ وَجْهِكَ فِي السَّمَاءِ فَلَنُوَلِّيَنَّكَ قِبْلَةً تَرْضَاهَا. We seen you looking to the heavens. We knew you wanted the Qibla to be Masjid al-Haram. In the halat of prayer, Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam is praying. 2 rakats have been prayed, and all of a sudden, فَلَنُوَلِّيَنَّكَ قِبْلَةً تَرْضَاهَا. You are Razi, Ya Rasulullah, we'll give you the Qibla you are happy with. They turned. In their salah, they turned. All the Sahaba in their salah, they continued. They followed. In their salah. In salah, to move your chest from the Qibla breaks your namaz. But when you do the hukam of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, it doesn't break your namaz. Aao hajiyo, Shahenshah ka roza dekho. What did Ala Hazrat Azim al-Martabat say? Aao hajiyo, Shahenshah ka roza dekho. Kaaba ko dekh chuke ho, Kaabe ka Kaaba dekho. This is what Ala Hazrat is saying to the Sahabas. They said, Kaabe ka Kaaba kaun hai? Hazrat Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Kaabe ka Kaaba, that's turn. You turn with that. That's the Qibla for you. The Qibla is Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Maqam of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Then the Masjid al-Aqsa. So many Anbiya and Rusul are buried there. Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam said, لا تشد الرحال إلا إلى ثلاثة مساجد. Don't travel except to 3 masjids. Masjid al-Haram, Masjid al-Nabawi and Masjid al-Aqsa. If you're traveling, go to those masjids. These are the 3 harams. 3 harams. Haram Mecca, Haram Medina Munawwara and Haram al-Aqsa. Haram al-Quds. So Masjid al-Aqsa is special. This is why it was from Masjid al-Haram to Masjid al-Aqsa. Allahu Akbar. Subhanalladhi asra bi'abdihi laylan min al-Masjid al-Haram ila al-Masjid al-Aqsa. Aqsa alladhi barakna hawlahu Allah Ta'ala said, you know, Masjid al-Aqsa, every, uska ird-gird, everything around it is Mubarak. Why is it Mubarak? It's just soil, trees. A thing becomes Mubarak according to the nisbat of who it has. एक आम चीज है, अगर खास चीज से निस्बत मिल जाए, वो आम चीज भी खास होगी. That arm thing becomes special. Normal becomes special because of who it's connected to. You're a normal person. If you know the Wazir of Pakistan, people will think you're the Wazir as well because you know the Wazir. It's not who you are, it's who you know. As I say, it's not who you are, it's who you know. It's who you know. It's who you're connected with. That makes you special. Allahu Akbar. Masjid al-Aqsa is connected with Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam. Masjid al-Aqsa, they say, فَضْلُ قَدْرِ الدُّعَاء عَلَى قَدْرِ الدَّاعِي. दुआ की फजीलत उस तरह पेश होती है, उस तरह मेजर होती है, मुआजना होता है, उस हिसाब से होती है जिसके साथ जिसने दुआ की है. Whoever is making the dua, that's how special the dua is. If you are making dua, it's different. If the Imam makes the dua, it's different. If the Imam makes the dua, it's different. If the Sultan makes the dua, it's different. Ibrahim alayhi salam said, oh Allah, make Mecca into a haram. Nabi alayhi salam said, oh Allah, bless Medina the same as you blessed Mecca or twice as much. Give it more. Mecca became a haram because of Ibrahim alayhi salam's dua. Medina Munawwara became a haram because of Rasulullah alayhi salam's dua. Nabi alayhi salam, fadlu qadri du'a'i ala qadri da'i. The one who's making dua, that's the how you know who's what. Haram al-Aqsa, very blessed haram. How many people have been to Masjid al-Aqsa? Alhamdulillah, I have been there 5 times. 4 times. 4 times. By Allah, it is one of the best ziyarahs. You can feel barakat everywhere. It's water, it's food, the olive trees, the air of Masjid al-Aqsa, the breeze of Masjid al-Aqsa. There's nothing like this. Wallahi. Nothing like this. How much is a ticket? £250. 500-600 pounds all in for 1 week. You can go and do ziyarah of Masjid al-Aqsa. 600 pounds. We spent 800,000-900,000 pounds to do Umrah. But it's the forgotten haram. People have forgotten Masjid al-Aqsa. Nabi alayhi salatu salam set out from Masjid al-Haram. On the way to Masjid al-Aqsa, they seen a few things. Nabi alayhi salam was shown a few things. They stopped at a few maqams. Their first stop was in Yathrib. This was Maqamu Dar al-Hijrah. This is where the Hijrat was going to be. Medina Munawwara, Yathrib. They arrived there, they stopped. Nabi alayhi salam asked Jibreel, where are we? So Jibreel said, this is where you are going to do Hijrah. This is Medina Munawwara, Yathrib. They stopped and read 2 nafal. And then they continued their journey. Then they stopped at a place called Madian. Madian is the place where Qawm Aad were destroyed. This place called Madian is where Qawm Aad were destroyed. They stopped there. Nabi alayhi salam asked Jibreel, where are we? So this is Madian. What happened here? Allah's azab came on the people. Nabi alayhi salam did dua there to do pinah for this. Then they continued and they stopped at a place called Bayt Laham. Bayt Laham. Bayt Laham is very similar to Bethlehem. Bayt Laham, Bethlehem. Bethlehem is the place where Viladat Nabiullah Isa. Hazrat Isa alayhi salam's Viladat took place there. They were born there. They stopped there. Nabi alayhi salam asked, Jibreel, what is this? This is Bayt Laham. What happened? Why is this special? It's special because Allah Almighty said Hazrat Isa alayhi salam, he was born here. If the place where Hazrat Isa alayhi salam was born is special, then the place where Hazrat Isa alayhi salam's Imam was born is even more special. If you go to Umrah, you go near Safa Marwa, there is a building, it's called Maktab, it's called library. A lot of the Sunnis, Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah, go there and make dua and read nafil. They are mutawwi there and they say, no barakah here, no barakah here. Why are you doing here? We say, why? He says, nothing. The Prophet wasn't born here, it was near Shib Abi Talib, down there. We said, this whole place is Mubarak. The Kaaba is here, Hajar Aswad is here, Safa Marwa is here. These are all Mubarak maqamat. But why is it more Mubarak than all of this? It's more Mubarak, more blessed, because this is where Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was born. This is where they were born. لا أقسم بهذا البلد وأنت حل بهذا البلد. I take an oath by Mecca. Why? Why did Allah take a qasam by Haram Mecca? أقسم بهذا البلد. मैं इस शहर की कसम चाहता हूँ. I take an oath by this. Why? Why Mecca? Why this balad? Allah said, I'll tell you why. He answers it. He said, وَأَنْتَ حِلٌّ بِهَذَا الْبَلَدِ. You are in this city. The Kaaba is in this city. Sidrat, all the Anbiya al-Rusul visited this city. Hazrat Ismail is in this city. Hajar Aswad is in this city. Safa Marwa is in this city. Jannat Mu'alla is in this city. But Allah didn't say, I take an oath by this city because of the Kaaba. I take an oath by this city because of Safa and Marwa. I take an oath by this city because of the Zamzam water. I take an oath by this city because the Kaaba is here. People don't know. Allah said, I take an oath by this city because you are inside this city, Ya Rasulullah. You are here, that's why this city is special. Because of you. وَأَنْتَ حِلٌّ بِهَذَا الْبَلَدِ. Allahu Akbar. This city is special because of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Nabi alayhi salatu wassalam was born there. Nabi alayhi salatu wassalam was born there. If Nabi alayhi salam read two nafil, where Hazrat Isa alayhi salam, the Prophet Jesus was born, then we have a greater right to read two nafil, where Hazrat Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is born. The Saudi government want to destroy this now. They want to break this down. You know, all the maqamat and special places, all of these, now what's happening? The Saudi government are destroying them. They don't want people to visit these maqams. They don't want people to visit these maqam tabarrukat, where the tabarruka, barakah is. This is what the Saudi government wants to do, especially with the place where the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was born. Khair. This is dalil that you can read to nafil where the Anbiya al-Rusul are born. This is the dalil. If someone asks you, you tell them on the night of Isra al-Miraj, Nabi alayhi salam read to nafil at maqam wiladat Hazrat Isa. Agar wo jaiz hai, to ye bhi jaiz hai. Why? Nabi alayhi salatu salam did this. Jo Nabi alayhi salatu salam ka ada or fail hai, wo hamare liye sunnat hai. Aur sunnat par amal karna is dunya or akhirat se behtar hai. There's nothing better than the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Nabi alayhi salam then continued. They continued and arrived at a place called al-Kathib al-Ahmar. Al-Kathib al-Ahmar. This was the Red Mountains. This is next to Jerusalem in a place called Ariha, Jericho. When you go to do ziyarat of Masjid al-Aqsa, your tour guide asks them, take me to Jericho, Ariha. On this area, there's a sea next to it, and there's just mountains. And there's a small village. There is resting Hazrat Musa alayhi salam. Hazrat Musa alayhi salam is resting there. And Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam, whilst they are resting there, Nabi alayhi salatu salam said, I passed by Kathib al-Ahmar, this red mountain. on the way to Masjid al-Aqsa. Marartu bi qabri Musa. I passed by Musa's grave. This hadith is mentioned in Sahih Muslim. This hadith is graded as Sahih. So we cannot deny this hadith, it's accepted. They said, Marartu bi qabri Musa. I passed by Musa's grave. فَإِذَا هُوَ قَائِمٌ. Musa alayhi salam was standing inside his grave. Yusalli fi qabrihi. He was reading salah in his grave. Let me explain this to you now. Musa alayhi salam passed away 1500 to 2000 years before the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was born. 1500 या 2000 साल नबी अलैहिस्सलाम की विलादत मुबारक से कबल हज़रत मूसा अलैहिस्सलाम की वफात हुई. 2000 years before. Amazing. 2000 years have passed and Ala Hazrat is not telling me this. Muhammad Abdul Wahab al-Sha'rani is not telling me this. Imam Jalaluddin Suyuti isn't telling me this. Sayyidina Abdul Qadir al-Ghailani is not telling me this. No ulama, no awliya are telling us this. Who is telling us? Sayyidul Kawnaini sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Nabi alayhi salam themselves are telling us. I passed by Musa's grave, he was standing. जो मुर्दा है उसके लिए खड़ा होना मुमकिन नहीं, तो जो जिंदा है खड़ा होना, रिज़्क लेना, नमाज पढ़ना, ये सब मुमकिन है. साबित होता है कि हज़रत मूसा अलैहिस्सलाम कब्र मुबारक में खड़े हुए थे. They were standing, कायमुन, और नमाज पढ़ रहे थे कब्र में. साबित हुआ है कि अंबिया व रसूल, तमाम अंबिया व रसूल जिंदा हैं. वो जिंदा हैं, they're alive, they're not dead. Inside their graves, al-anbiya ahya'un fi quburihim. Nabi alayhi salam said, hadith is in Abu Dawud Sharif, Sunan Abi Dawud. The anbiya are alive inside their graves. Hum yurzakun wa yusannun. Allah gives them rizq and Allah gives them ijazah to read salah as well. The Anbiya Ahya'un. Ala Hazrat Azim al-Martabat, talking about the Hayat of Rasulullah alayhi salam al-Alam al-Barzakh, they said, Tu zinda hai wallah, tu zinda hai wallah. Meri chashme alam se chuf jane wale. Said, Wallahi you're alive, Ya Rasulullah, you're alive. Only thing, from my eyes, it is veiled. My eyes can't see, but by Allah, you are alive, Ya Rasulullah, you are alive. Nabi alayhi salatu wassalam, if Hazrat Musa alayhi salam is alive in their grave, 2000 years after, our Nabi and Rasul is the Imam of Hazrat Musa. Their maqam is greater than maqam of Musa. Nabi alayhi salatu wassalam are alive inside their grave. Hazrat Musa alayhi salam, qa'imun, standing inside their grave. Yusalli fi qabrihi. This waqi'ah took place at night. In a very small part of the night, laylan. In the Arabic language, when tanween is used for a nakira, then it gives the faida of taqleed, killat. Tanween is used on a noun which is nakira. Tanween, do zabar, do zer ya do pesh. Us ism par istemal ho, which ism jo nakira hai, marifani hai. Wo, it's not khas, it's aam. Al-layl means the night. Laylan means a night. But when tanween is used on a nakira, it gives the faida of killat, taqleel, very small. Laylan means very, very small part of the night. Sayyidah Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha said, of course Sayyidah Aisha was very young at this time. Other Sahaba have narrated, when Nabi alayhi salam returned from the Isra al-Miraj, you know the straw mat, the bed they were sleeping on, in Hani's house, it was still warm. It was still warm. the water was still moving in the glass. So quickly, in one small part of the night, everything happened. Why? Because Nabi alayhi salatu wassalam, when they left this, the dunya, the world, this atmosphere, the earth, the galaxies, and went into the heavens, ulama said time stopped. Time stopped. If I could explain it to you like that clock, it's 3:32:27, time is ticking. If you take the battery out, time will stop. And then when you put the battery back in, it will continue from where? 32, 3:32. It will continue from that time. Nabi alayhi salatu salam is the one who gives jaan to this jahan. Allah Hazrat Asim al-Martabat said, wo jo na the, to kuch na tha. Wo jo na ho, to kuch na ho. Jaan hai wo jahan ki. Jaan hai, to jahan hai. Allah Hazrat is what gives life, life. He gives life, life. Allah Hazrat said, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the one who gives life, life. Wo jo na the, to kuch na tha. If it wasn't for him, there would be nothing. Wo jo na ho, to kuch na ho. If it wasn't, if he was not sent, if he was not created, there would be nothing. Jaan hai wo jahan ki. Jaan hai to jahan hai. He's the one who gives life, life. Taken out, there's no life. When Nabi alayhi salam was taken out of this world, time stopped. When they came back, it continued from where it stopped. This is why the bed was still warm. Allahu Akbar. Laylan min al-Masjid al-Haram ila al-Masjid al-Aqsa. Sarayta min haramin ila haramin. Kama sara al-badru fi daj min al-zulam. Busiri rahmatullah alayhi, he said, Sarayta min haram laylan ila haram. You travel from one haram in a small part of the night to another haram. You know how you travel? You know, like the moon travels in a dark night? You know how the moon travels in a dark night? So clear. This is how you travel on this night, like the moon. So Hussain is saying, you have been described as the moon. You are the moon that travels in this night. Never mind, like the moon, you are the moon. You are greater than the moon. Your Hussain and Jamal is better than the moon. Nobody has Hussain and Jamal like yours, Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. When they met Sayyidina Musa, what happened? After they met Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam, Nabi alayhi salam, on the way to Masjid al-Aqsa, there was a group of people on the right calling them. Nabi alayhi salam didn't respond. They asked Sayyidina Jibreel, who is this? And Sayyidina Jibreel said, those on the right, they are Jews. If you answered the Jews' call, your ummah would have become the Jews. They would have followed Judaism. Then on the left, more people called. Nabi alayhi salam didn't answer. They asked, who are these people? Sayyidina Jibreel said, these are Christians. These are Christians. If you had answered them, then your ummah would have adopted Christianity. So they continued. Then a beautiful woman with all the luxuries on her came in front. She called Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Nabi alayhi salam didn't answer. They asked Jibreel, who's this woman? He said, this woman has come in the form of the dunya. This is the dunya. If you had answered this woman, you would have chose the dunya over the akhirah for your ummah. For your ummah, you would have chosen the dunya rather than the akhirah. Then they arrived in Masjid al-Aqsa. Sayyidina Jibreel tied the Buraq to a place called Masjid al-Buraq. It's still in Masjid al-Aqsa today. You can do ziyarah. They tied the Buraq there. When they tied the Buraq, Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam, before entering Masjid al-Aqsa, before entering, Sayyidina Jibreel offered them two drinks, milk and alcohol. Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam chose the milk. They drank the milk. Sayyidina Jibreel said, you chose for your ummah fitrah. You chose the natural disposition, fitrah, the pure state. You chose this for your ummah. If you had chosen alcohol, then you would have chosen ghayr fitrah, something which is against fitrah. Then Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam, they enter into Masjid al-Aqsa. Masjid al-Aqsa at that time is not like Masjid al-Aqsa today. You know the Dome of the Rock Masjid? This is known as Marwani Masjid. Abdul Malik ibn Marwan built this, Al-Qubbatul Sakhra, the Golden Dome. Many people think this is Masjid al-Aqsa. This is the Dome of the Rock. It is in the vicinity of Masjid al-Aqsa. The actual masjid is the one with the grey dome in front of it. This is known as Masjid Qibali Masjid. Why? This is where the first Qibla was of the Muslims. ये मुसलमान के लिए, उम्मत मुस्लिमा के लिए पहला किबला था, मस्जिद क़िबली, मस्जिद अल-अक़सा. Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam entered. Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam entered. When they entered here, all the Anbiya and Rusul were standing there. Every single Nabi and Rasul. Ulama write, physically they were there. Ruhaniyan wa jismaniyan. Physically and spiritually, all Anbiya and Rusul, 1,24,000 kamo pesh Anbiya and Rusul, Masjid al-Aqsa mein mawjood hai. Every single Nabi and Rasul is there. Anbiya and Rusul are all standing, waiting. Salatul Isra has been done. So what are they waiting for? Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam, ulama write, they read 2 nafal, Tahiyyatul Masjid. 2 nafal were Tahiyyatul Masjid. When you enter the masjid, you read 2 nafal. There's a lot of barakah inside this, a lot of reward. 2 nafal they read. When they were waiting for who to lead the prayer, Sayyidina Jibreel took Rasulullah's hand and said, you will tonight lead every single Nabi and Rasul in prayer. وَقَدَّمَتْكَ جَمِيعُ الْأَنْبِيَاءِ بِهَا وَالرُّسْلِ تَقْدِيمَ مَخْدُومٍ عَلَى خَدَمٍ. Imam Hussain described this. He said, all the Anbiya and Rusul, all the prophets and messengers, you was ahead of them. You was in front of them. Like the Makhdum is ahead of his Khuddam. When the slaves are standing behind the master, this is how the Anbiya was standing behind their master, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said, Taqdeem Makhdumin ala Khadami. How the Makhdum is doing Taqdeem, is in front of the Khadam, the Khuddam, the servants. Musiri said, all the Anbiya wal Rusul, فَإِنَّهُ شَمْسُ فَدْلٍ هُمْ قَوَاكِبُهَا. He said, Rasulullah salatu wasalam, he is the aftab of, he is the son of Fadl, of virtues. All the Anbiya wal Rusul are stars. You know, when the sun comes out, you don't need stars and moon. The moon takes its light from the sun. Scientifically, the moon जो चांद की रोशनी है किससे मिलती है? आफ्ताब से. And if every single चांद and tara, all the tare, all the stars and the moons that are there, they take their roshni from आफ्ताब risalat, Hazrat Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. You don't need no stars and moons when the sun is there. After Nabi alayhi salatu wassalam, you don't need any Nabi and Rasul. فَإِنَّهُ شَمْسُ فَضْلٍ هُمْ كَوَاكِبُهَا يُظْهِرْنَ أَنْوَارَهَا لِلنَّاسِ فِي الظُّلَمِ. When it's dark, that's when the shine of the stars and the moon comes. But when the sun is out, even the moon and the stars don't have any shine. Busiri is saying the stars are the Anbiya. The sun is Rasulullah alayhi salatu wassalam. When Nabi alayhi salam is there, they take their roshni and nuraniyat. They take everything. Those stars take everything from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, وَكُلُّهُمْ مِنْ رَسُولِ اللَّهِ مُلْتَمِسٌ غَرْفًا مِنَ الْبَحْرِ وَرَشْفًا مِنَ الدِّيَرِ. Busiri, he nailed it. Imam Busiri in his Qasida Burda, he nails it. He said, وَكُلُّهُمْ مِنْ رَسُولِ اللَّهِ مُلْتَمِسٌ. Every single Nabi and Rasul was multamis of Rasulullah sallallahu غَرْفًا مِنَ الْبَحْرِ أو رَشْفًا مِنَ الدِّيَرِ. Whether it was a bucket load from the ocean, they relied on the Prophet ﷺ, or whether it was a drop from the rains that fell, they relied. Whether it was a drop load or a bucket load, every Nabi and Rasul took from Rasulullah ﷺ. On this night, Allah Almighty gave this maqam, Imam al-Anbiya wal-Mursaleen. It was on this night. Allah Almighty said to Sayyidina Jibreel, He will lead every Nabi and Rasul in prayer. Rasulullah ﷺ led them all in prayer. Hazrat Ibrahim is standing there, Abu al-Anbiya. Sayyidina Nuh is there, Najib, Khalil, Kalim, Ruh. Sayyidina Sulaiman, one of the greatest kings. Sayyidina Dawood, his father. Sayyidina Zakaria, Sayyidina Yunus, Sayyidina Yahya, Sayyidina Isa. All Nabi and Rasul. Every single one Allah has sent. All are standing there. But whose maqam is this? This is only for Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Nabi alayhi salam led them all in prayer. After the salah finished, all the Anbiya one by one came to do khitab. They gave bayans, lectures. Sayyidina Adam stood up and said, all praises to Allah who made me Abul Bashar. I am the first human. Allah created me without a father or a mother. Allah Almighty sent me as the first Nabi on this earth. Allah Almighty chose me to be the father of mankind. Sayyidina Adam sat down. Sayyidina Nuh stood up. All praises to Allah who saved me from my people, who allowed me to build the ark, who sent the tufan and saved us. Sat down. Sayyidina Ibrahim stood up. All praises to Allah who made me the Khalil, who gave me Ismail and Ishaq, who gave me the suhuf, the scriptures. All praises to Allah who gave me an unbelievable maqam. They sat down. Who saved me from the fire. When they threw me in the fire, Allah saved me. They sat down. Then one by one, Hazrat Ibrahim, Sayyidina Ismail, Sayyidina Musa, Sayyidina Isa, Sayyidina Musa said, Allah spoke to me directly. Allah gave me the Old Testament, the Torah. Sayyidina Isa said, He gave me the Injil, He gave me the tawfiq to bring the dead back to life. He created me without a father, only a mother. All praise. Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam came this to them. They said, all of you have praised Allah, but Allah named me the most praised. You all praise Allah, but Allah praises me. He said, you all have been given books, but Allah gave me Kitab, al-Quran al-Kareem. Allah gave you all the ummahs, but Allah gave me khairu ummati, the best ummah. Allah Almighty sent me, Allah sent you all to individual nations. Allah sent me to everyone. Allah sent me as a mercy to everyone. Nobody had this maqam. On that night, nobody's khutbah was better than this khutbah. Every single Nabi and Rasul is being honored, hearing the khutbah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Once Nabi alayhi salam met them, then Sayyidina Jibreel and Rasulullah alayhi salam began the Miraj. Up until now is the Isra. It's the night journey. This is the Isra. Whoever does inkar of the Isra becomes a non-Muslim. He leaves Islam because the Quran proves this. The ulama write the Mi'raj has reached Hadd Mutawatir. You cannot deny the Mi'raj as well. Some ulama write it's reached the Hadd of Mutawatir. You cannot deny it. Nabi alayhi salatu wassalam, I finish with this because my 1 hour I think has come up. एक घंटा हो गया ऐसा रिकॉर्डिंग करने को सेट हो गया
मैंने ये किया था कि आपने कम से कम 1 घंटा करना ये भी बात है कि आपने घंटा करना कम से कम
अल्लाहु अकबर this 1 hour we have only come to Masjid al-Aqsa
ये है खटाना साहब यहाँ टाइम पे खटाना
1 घंटा 2 मिनट
Allah 1 hour 2 minutes and we are in Masjid al-Aqsa. The next next is another 1.5 to 2 hours. Because Allah Ta'ala showed Rasulullah alayhi salam the heavens, every heaven. Everything Allah showed barzakh. On this night, Allah Almighty showed Rasulullah alayhi salam Sidrat al-Muntaha. Allah Almighty showed him the arsh. Allah took him beyond the arsh. वही नाम मकान के मकीन हुए सारे अर्श तख्त नशीन हुए ये नबी है जिसका है ये मकान वो खुदा है जिसका मकान नहीं you know Jibreel ata laylat al-Isra wal-Rabb da'ahu fi hadratihi Jibreel came on the night of Isra and Allah called him fi hadratihi in his divine presence. This divine presence in Surah Al-Najm Allah says وَالنَّجْمِ إِذَا هَوَى مَا ضَلَّ صَاحِبُكُمْ وَمَا غَوَى وما ينطق عن الهوى إن هو إلا وحي يوحى علمه شديد القوى ذو مرة فاستوى وهو بالأفق الأعلى ثم دنا فتدلى فكان قاب قوسين أو أدنى فأوحى إلى عبده ما أوحى ما كذب الفؤاد ما رأى. Allah talks about the Miraj in this maqam here in Surah Al-Najm. Ulama write in Surah Al-Najm Allah talks about the Miraj. ثم دنا فتدلى فكان قاب قوسين أو أدنى فأوحى إلى عبده ما أوحى ما كذب الفؤاد ما رأى. When Nabi alayhi salam went up to the heavens, before they entered the heavens, Nabi alayhi salam did imamat of all the Frishte as well. Ulama write, Nabi alayhi salam led every angel in prayer on this night. Every Nabi and Rasul and every angel as well.
And the same place in Masjid Aqsa?
No, in the heavens. Just before the entry into the heavens. Then Nabi alayhi salatu salam continued and Sayyidina Jibreel knocked. The distance between the first heaven and the dunya is 500 years. 500 years of traveling, then you reach the first heaven. Sayyidina Jibreel knocked on the gate. The angel asked, who is it? Said Jibreel. وَمَنْ مَعَكَ? Who is with you? Said Muhammad Rasulullah. قَدْ أُرْسِلَ إِلَيْهِ. Have you been called? Yes, yes. Welcome, welcome. We have been expecting you. Why did the angel ask Jibreel, who is with you? To make sure, because the angels knew, they knew who is being expected. Sayyidina Rasulullah alayhi salam. If that name is taken, most welcome. Everyone is expecting Rasulullah alayhi salam on this night. You know, all of this that happened, it is beyond imagination. This is what ulama have written, this is what the Quran mentions, this is what the Sunnah mentions. This is what Nabi alayhi salam told us. But in reality, Jannah is what the eye cannot imagine. What the eye has not seen, what the mind cannot imagine, the heart cannot comprehend. This is what Jannah is. It's beyond, above our aql. It's beyond our senses. It's unbelievable paradise is. Nabi alayhi salam said, I entered into Jannah, first heaven. Sayyidina Adam was there. I took a tour of. The first heaven is 10 times bigger than all of this world, the galaxies, the Milky Ways, the planets, Jupiter, Mars, Saturn, all of these, Venus, all these planets. It's bigger than this 10 times. Nabi alayhi salam took a tour of all of this. They met Sayyidina Adam. Marhaban, marhaban, ya ibn Salih. Ya akhu Salih. Welcome, welcome, O righteous son. Welcome, welcome, O righteous brother. When the Anbiya met Rasulullah alayhi salam in the heavens, they met certain prophets in each heaven, 7 heavens. Every single prophet said, welcome, welcome, O pious brother. Brother here is al-akhuwa fi nabuwwah. This is akhuwat in nabuwwat. There is brotherhood in prophethood. They are not actually brothers. Sayyidina Adam said, welcome, O righteous, pious son. Why? Adam alayhi salam is the father of man. Nabi alayhi salam technically falls within the children of Sayyidina Adam. Hence why he has the right to say, Ya ibn Salih. Marhaba, marhaba, welcome. Sayyidina Adam looked to the right and he smiled. He looked to the left and he cried. Nabi alayhi salam asked Jibreel, Jibreel, why is he smiling on the right and crying on the left? When he looks to the right, Jibreel said, he sees his children in Jannah and he's very happy. When he looks to the left, he sees his children in Jahannam and it makes him very sad. Sayyidina Adam feels this. Met them, Nabi alayhi salam then described how Sayyidina Adam looked. It's mentioned in the ahadith. Second heaven, again, same thing. Knocked on the door. Who is it? Jibreel. Who is with you? Knocked on the gate of Jannah. Who is with you? Muhammadur Rasulullah. Have you been called for? Yes. Okay, we've been expecting you. Come, come. Came inside. In the second heaven was Sayyidina Yahya and Sayyidina Isa. Sayyidina Yahya and Sayyidina Isa were in the second heaven. They are cousin brothers. Sayyidina Yahya and Sayyidina Isa are first cousins. Hazrat Zakaria and Sayyidina Maryam are related. Sayyidina Zakaria, son Sayyidina Yahya and Sayyidina Isa were there. Nabi alayhi salam met them, greeted them. They welcomed them. Took a tour of the second heaven. Then the third heaven, Sayyidina Idris. The fourth heaven, Sayyidina Yusuf. The fifth heaven, Sayyidina Harun. The sixth heaven, Sayyidina Musa. The seventh heaven, Sayyidina Ibrahim. Like they said in summary, this is who they met in all the heavens. Hazrat Musa alayhi salam, they met 3 times now on this night. In the grave, in Masjid al-Aqsa, and in the 6th heaven. In one night, Hazrat Musa alayhi salam is in 3 places. Bi-iznillahi ta'ala. With the ijazat of Allah, Musa alayhi salam is physically in 3 places at one time. If Musa alayhi salam can be in 3 places at one time, then the Imam of Musa alayhi salam, our Nabi and Rasul, can be in 100 places at one time. Physically, Nabi alayhi salam is in Medina Munawwara. Spiritually, Nabi alayhi salatu salam har mu'min ke seene mein. Nabi alayhi salam, you know the sun, it is shining in one part of the sky, it is in one place. But when the sun shines, everything gets its shine. Aftab-e-Rasalat is in Medina Munawwara sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. But the roshni of this aftab har mu'min ke seene mein. Nabi alayhi salatu salam is, if Hazrat, the angel of death, Israfil, if he can be in 1,000,000 places at one time taking everyone's soul, through Allah's ijazat, permission, Nabi alayhi salatu salam led this angel in prayer as well. Nabi alayhi salam is greater than this angel. Nabi alayhi salatu salam, if Allah wants, they can be in 100,000 million places at one time. This is through the permission and ijazat of Allah. Bi-iznillah. So, Hazir, Nazir, Noor Bashar I will come to. Hayatul Anbiya, Tabarrukat, these are all Masail Miraj al-Nabi deals with, al-Isra wal-Miraj. When Nabi alayhi salam seen heaven, Nabi alayhi salam was shown the hellfire, how it looks. Nabi alayhi salatu salam seen the angel Malak Malik. He is the gatekeeper of heaven, of hell, Jahannam. He didn't smile. Nabi alayhi salam said to Sayyidina Jibreel, this angel does not smile. Sayyidina Jibreel said, this angel, Malik, ever since Allah created him has never smiled. But Ya Rasulullah, if this angel was ever going to smile at anyone, he would smile at you. Nabi alayhi salatu salam would make those who didn't smile, smile. This is who Rasulullah alayhi salatu salam is. Then Nabi alayhi salam was shown Alamul Barzakh, where the souls are kept before Qiyamah. Alamul Barzakh. And in there, they're seeing many things. I'll narrate one thing to you. Nabi alayhi salatu salam passed by a group of people. They were being punished. The punishment was, the angel was taking a huge rock and crushing their skull, then rebuilding the skull and crushing this. And this azab will continue till Yawmul Qiyamah. Nabi alayhi salam asked Sayyidina Jibreel, who are these people? So Jibreel said, these are people from your ummah. Why are they being punished? Their punishment is because they didn't used to read salah. They didn't pray. Because they didn't pray, this is their punishment. Like this, Nabi alayhi salam seen other groups of people being punished. Nabi alayhi salam seen women, they were being punished. They asked, who are these women? They said, these are women from your ummah. You know what their punishment was? Their skulls were being shredded by their hair. And then it will put back, and this azab continued till Yawm al-Qiyamah. Nabi alayhi salam asked him, Jibreel, who are these? They said, they are women from your ummah. Why are they being punished? They're being punished because they never used to cover their head. They never wore the hijab. You all have daughters. You should tell your daughters when they're young, you should instruct them, cover your hair. If today your daughters are not covering their hair, you will be responsible. Because when they were young, you had the right to instruct them and give them tarbiyah. If now they are not wearing it, tomorrow they will say to Allah, my father never told me. How? I didn't know. I did what society did. This is why we should always take heed of what Rasulullah said. Nabi said, when I went to pass the hellfire, I seen majority of the inhabitants of the hellfire were women. Majority of the inhabitants of hellfire were women. Why were they being punished? Because these women used to quarrel with their husbands. These women used to give hard times to their husbands. Now you can go home and tell your wives this.
They are hopefully listening downstairs.
जिन्हें नहीं सुनिया तो उसमें कार जब तकरीर करे उन्होंने कि इमाम साहब ने ये फरमाया कि मिराज की रात पर ज़्यादा अक्सरियत जहन्नम में औरतों की सी क्यों बस वो they always used to cause problems to their husbands. They were disobedient, ungrateful women. They didn't have qadr of their husbands. They were ungrateful, nashukrati. That's why they were being punished. Nabi alayhi salatu salam said, who else will be? Ulama. Scholars will be in the hellfire. You know why? They used to tell others to do things, but they didn't do it themselves. People like us, wallahi, we are in this category. May Allah save us from these ulama. May Allah make us from the righteous ulama. Ulama who do amal upon the ilm. Who do amal upon the qawl. This is very important. It's a very difficult maqam, this is. We struggle all the time. There is hypocrisy in all of us. Even the ulama, this is the reality. And we should ask Allah that Allah take this nifaq out of us. So ulama will be punished. And then Nabi alayhi salam seen a group of people. They were shredding their faces with iron nails, claws. They were shredding and then their face was being made back. Then they were shredding and then made back. Brass iron claws, ripping their faces to shreds. The Nabi Sallam asked him, Jibreel, why are they being punished? He said, they're being punished because these are people from your ummah, they used to do ghibat. They used to talk bad of people. They were cutting their tongues with scissors from Jahannam, and then their tongues were stitched together, and then like this till Qiyamah they were being punished. Why? Because they used to do ghibat. And those whose tongues were cutting, they did ghibat. What's ghibat? Ghibat is talking behind someone's back. Saying something that if you said it to their face, they wouldn't like. Ah, look at him, look at how he is. Why do you need to talk about somebody else? Look at your own self, forget others. Don't backbite. Don't talk about other people. This is the punishment for those who backbite. For those who have two-faced, in front of you I have one face, with him I have another face. Two-faced people. Zul wajhain. Two-faced people, they will be ripping their faces to shreds. These are punishments Nabi alayhi salam seen on the night of Miraj, and then they went back and they told the ummah, this is what I seen on this night. لِنُرِيَهُ مِنْ آيَاتِنَا. Allah Ta'ala said the hikmat, the falsafa of Miraj is what? We wanted to show him everything. So Allah showed them Barzakh, Jahannam, Jannah, everything. Then they arrived at Sidrat al-Muntaha, and I'm going to stop here because wallahi I could go on and on and on. You don't know. Really, Katana Sahab, you can call any Imam. I will do muqabla. Talk about al-Isra wal-Miraj. How long can you go? I'll show you. This is one of my favorite topics. Favorite topics. This Karbala. I could talk about Karbala all night. Karbala, this subject, Miraj al-Nabi, Hijrat al-Nabi, Milad al-Nabi. People call me for drugs and alcohol, thug life, gangsters paradise, bad boys. All these talks young people want to hear. Miraj al-Nabi, I could talk all night. So much. And I look, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, ye mere walidain dua hai, Katana Sahab. People are sat here. I don't have no paper, no book. Without paper and book. But I love this story. Everything is in this story. When Sayyidina Jibreel arrived at Sidra, this is the log tree, Sidrat al-Muntaha. Sayyidina Jibreel stopped. Nabi alayhi salam went forward. They turned back and Jibreel didn't come. Said, Jibreel, what's this? You have been my Rafiq. Rafiq means companion. Rafiqul Safar, all the way. You have come with me. And at this point you stopped. Why? Sayyidina Jibreel said, In tajawaztu ihtaraktu bin nur. Ya Rasulullah, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, if I go beyond this tree, the shadow of this tree, and remember, you know how big this tree is? You know how big the shadow of this tree is? Not the tree, the shadow. That if a horse rider was riding in its shadow for 500 years, it wouldn't reach the end. This is just the shadow. Never mind the tree. Sidra, Muntaha means the end. The endless tree, never-ending tree. At the end of this maqam, Jibreel stopped. What is this, Jibreel? You have been my Rafiq all this way, you've traveled with me, and now you stop? Said, In tajawaz, if I go any further, Ya Rasulullah, ihtaraktu bin nur. The nur in front will burn my nur. My nur will be destroyed. Halanki, Hazrat Jibreel is made of nur. In front is nur. Jibreel is nur. But Hazrat Jibreel's nur cannot handle that nur. Nabi alayhi salatu salam continued. साबित होता है, what is established, कि जो हजरत जिब्रील की इंतहा है, असल में वो रसूलुल्लाह अलैहि सलातु वस्सलाम की इब्तिदा है. This is Jibreel's intaha. Hazrat Jibreel can't go beyond this. This is his end point, limit. No more crossing. No, nothing more beyond for Hazrat Jibreel. Nabi alayhi salatu wassalam, with the Na'alayn Sharifain, with the Jubba Mubarak, all of this with the Bashariyat. Nabi alayhi salam is now entering into a realm where Jibreel can't enter. My Iman and Aqidah is Nabi alayhi salatu salam's Na'alayn Sharifain, Imam Ashrif, has a greater maqam than Hazrat Jibreel as well. Why? Because they went where even Jibreel could not go. Jibreel said, my nur cannot handle that nur. Then what do you think is the maqam of Rasulullah alayhi salam's nur? What do you think is the maqam of their nur? This is the bashariyat. Nur and haqiqat we've not even begun yet. Allahu Akbar. Sayyidina Jibreel was then asked by Rasulullah alayhi salam, do you have any request you want to ask Allah? Hazrat Jibreel didn't say, I'll ask directly. Nabi alayhi salam said, do you have any dua you want me to ask? He said, yes, I have one dua. Dua is on the day of Qiyamah, your ummah is going to go past the Sidrat, full Sidrat. Thinner than a hair, sharper than a sword. It's a bridge hanging over Jahannam. Every single ummati of yours will go past this. My dua and request is this. Ask Allah that He lets me, Jibreel, put my wings
under your ummah's feet so I can carry them across. This is Jibril's dua. This is in As-Siratul Halabiyya. Nuruddin Halabi records this. And other ulama in their books. Look what Hazrat Jibreel is asking. I want to help your ummah on the day of Qiyamah. Allahu Akbar. Sayyidina Jibreel, this is the dua. Of all the du'as they can ask, this is the dua they ask. And then Nabi alayhi salam went to La Makan, La Zaman. One thing you have to remember, Allah Almighty is not bound by time and space. Allah is not bound by what me and you are restricted with. Allah is above all of this. He is beyond all of this. People say Allah is up. No. You cannot attribute direction to Allah. Jihad. How can you say He is up? So you're restricting Allah to one direction? No. Aqidah teaches you, Kalam teaches you, theology teaches you, Aqidah al-Sunnah teaches you. Allah Almighty is not bound by time, is not bound by physics, is not bound by place. There is no place for Allah, there is no time for Allah. Allah is beyond all this. لَيْسَ كَمِثْلِهِ شَيْءٌ. There is nothing like Allah at all. If there's nothing like Allah, Allah is not bound, Allah is not restricted, then we cannot truly explain what is happening there. It's beyond our akal, our shu'ur. It is beyond our understanding. If Allah has no time and place, Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam went where there was no time and place. That's why Allah Hazrat said, wahi la makan ke makeen hue. La makan ke makeen. Nabi alayhi salam was makeen of la makan. Sare arsh takht nasheem hue. Nabi alayhi salam went beyond the arsh of Allah. Ye Nabi hai jiska hai ye makan. This is the place of our Nabi. Beyond the arsh of Allah. Wo khuda hai jiska makan nahi. Look what Allah Hazrat says. Aqidah is this. You might think that we're saying Allah has a place. Wo khuda hai jiska makan nahi. Our Lord, our Rabb, our Master, our Creator, He is the one who has no makan. There's no makan for Allah. And then Nabi alayhi salam came back. They were gifted 50 salah, they became 5, 9 times. Allah met, Nabi alayhi salam met Musa alayhi salam. I can go into so much detail. Then, why 9 times? Why Musa alayhi salam? Why not Hazrat Ibrahim? Why not Sayyidina Yahya? Why not Sayyidina Yusuf or Idris? No. Why Musa? Musa alayhi salam, go back to the beginning of the story. What did he ask Allah? I want to see you. He didn't see. Musa alayhi salam knew the nearest thing to seeing Allah was the chehra of Rasulullah. The nearest thing to seeing Allah was the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said, go back. 9 times back and forward. Every time he had a new, something great was coming. 50 salah became 5. Through whose wasila? वो जो मुनकिर वसीला है वो 50 नमाज पढ़े, तो जो वसीला को मानते हैं वो 5 पढ़े। क्योंकि हज़रत मूसा अलैहिस्सलाम के जरिए उनके वसीले से 50 नमाज 5 हुए हैं। You have to accept 50 became 5 because of Musa अलैहिस्सलाम. He was able to change the Shariat from 50 to 5. If Hazrat Musa alayhi salam, Allah has given this ability that he can change 50 to 5. Allah Ta'ala has gave our Nabi and Rasul greater ability. If Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam wants, he can change our kismat and everything else as well. If Musa alayhi salam's wasila is this powerful, Nabi alayhi salam's wasila is more powerful than this. This is why those who don't believe in wasila, please, you read 50. Those who will believe in wasila, you read 5. Because we need 5. Musa alayhi salam is the direct cause of this. It is through his interjection, through his intermediary, it's through his intercession that we had 50 go down to 5. And then he said, when Nabi alayhi salam said, Allah gave me 5, Said, your ummah cannot even read 5. Go back and ask Allah to reduce. Nabi alayhi salam said, I feel shy now to ask Allah. Keep on asking him. 5 is enough for my ummah. Whoever reads 5, Allah will give him ajr of 50. Man ja'a bil hasana falahu ashru amthaliha. Whoever does one good deed, Allah will give him 10. Whoever reads one namaz, Allah will give him 10 salah nakiyah. And then Nabi alayhi salam returned. The next morning, they told everyone, last night I went to Jerusalem, Masjid al-Aqsa. Said, in one night we went? Impossible. It takes 1 month to go, 1 month to come back. 2-month round journey and you went in one night. Then Nabi alayhi salam told them, your camels were in so and so place last night. I seen them. Said, how did you see? Said, I went past them. I seen them. Nabi alayhi salam said, I could see the entire night when I described to Abu Jahl and everyone. Then Abu Jahl went to Sayyidina Abu Bakr. Said, Abu Bakr, your friend Muhammad last night, he said he went to Jerusalem. Said, did Nabi alayhi salam say he went to Jerusalem last night? Said, yes. Said, then I believe in him. Allah Ta'ala then sent Jibreel. Jibreel, go and tell my beloved Muhammadur Rasulullah, after today, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Abu Bakr's laqab would be as-Siddiq. Abu Bakr is Siddiq. وَالَّذِي جَاءَ بِالصِّدْقِ وَصَدَّقَ بِهِ. Whoever came with the truth, Rasulullah alayhi salam, who verified the truth, Hazrat Abu Bakr. Afdalul Bashar Ba'd al-Anbiya. They are the one who verified the truth. They did tasdeeq. This is why Sayyidina Abu Bakr is known as as-Siddiq. He got the laqab of Siddiq on this day. On this occasion, Allah gave him laqab of Siddiq. Everyone denied, but Sayyidina Abu Bakr didn't deny, he believed. He believed without even looking, asking, questioning. He said, if Rasulullah said this, then I believe in this. He never tells the lie. He always speaks the truth. And this is the summary, short version of al-Isra wal-Miraj. May Allah forgive me if I've said wrong. If I've said good, it is from Allah and His Habib. And the du'as of my parents. Make special dua for my father. Doctors have given him jawab. He is very ill now. Not long, Allah knows best. Do dua that Allah give my father high maqam in Jannatul Firdaus. If sihat is written for him, Allah give him shifa'i kamil. And if maut is written for him, Allah give him khatma bil khair and iman. I am today where I am today because of my dad and my mom. I am not a special person, nothing. It is all the sadaqah and the tufail of my walidain. Walidain ki dua se aaj is maqam mein baithe. Warna, what tawfiq do we have to speak to people? It is because of our parents we are who we are. Never ever forget your parents. They made you who you are. Especially me, I know that more than anyone. May Allah give them a high maqam. Allah give my mother sabr, my family sabr. Jazakumullah khair, Hazrat Qibla, Aji, Katana Sahab, Maulana Zishan Baloch, and everyone here. Allah give you jazai khair fi al-darain. Wa aqulu qawli hadha, astaghfirullah li wa lakum.